What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So apparently, Chicago artist Lil Durk, Chicago recording artist Lil Durk, is currently locked up on some very serious charges, including attempted murder, possession of a firearm, being a convicted felon, and also for having ties to a street gang and having a firearm as well. So this is the thing, right? I've followed Durk closely since the beginning of his career. When he started, like I first started hearing him in 2011 during my freshman year of college. At this time, Durk was trying to gain momentum and gain a buzz outside of Chicago, Illinois, and grow from being a local artist to a national sensation. Durk was continuing to put out music, put out videos. He was releasing great content. I mean, I was seeing strong development as an artist from him over the years. He is the only Chicago artist from that drill movement to have 2 albums released on a major record label, that being Def Jam. When Def Jam gives you a budget for 2 albums, they mean that means they believe in you, they believe in your work ethic, they believe in the artist that you are, and they believe in your work ethic that much that they say, you know what? He got a strong fan base that's going to support his music, so we're going to give him a budget for 2 albums, right? He's been growing, his sound has been evolving, and he's one of the, like for real, people try to give Durk a hard time for the auto-tone, and sometimes he does overuse it. But Durk has been one of the most consistent artists out of Chicago. Again, as much as I love Herb, and I feel like Herb is better lyrically than Durk, he doesn't have a better flow than Durk, and sometimes Durk sounds much more comfortable on tracks than him. And even Keith, like it sounds better. Sonically, Durk has a sound that is unique, and you even seen other artists like 147 Cowboy it sounds like Durk. It's no shade to 147 Cowboy, he's dope, but it sounds like Durk, right? So now Durk has found himself in some trouble, and it's very sad because Durk has been staying out of trouble for a very long time. He's been staying out of the way. He been keeping nothing but positive energy. It seemed like, he always just be with his lady. He got a new baby. He's always talking about his kids. And he moved to Atlanta to get away from all the negativity that he had behind in Chicago. For those who don't know, Durk had a troubled past. He was getting in trouble with the law frequently when he was like 18, 19, when his music career was just starting to bubble. And after a while, he started to get the clear picture and understand that if you're locked up, you're a liability. You can't get money. You can't do great things for your family. You can't help your family prosper being locked up, and your music career can't prosper being locked up. So he stayed out of trouble. All he was doing was making music. But see, this is the thing, right? Because when a person is from the hood, like Durk is, he's from a rough area in Chicago called Inglewood, and you got people around you that have heavy ties to street stuff, that love you a lot and will go that extra length to protect you and protect the brand that you got, and anybody that disrespects you or disrespect them, they're ready to snap off at any instant minute. Things can go left. I don't know what happened in that situation. I don't, so I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm not gonna speak on it like I know what happened, but I'm gonna give y'all what I think. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't think Durk was the one who actually did this. I don't think Durk was the one that actually did the shooting and nothing like that. I don't think he did. I think it was individuals that are close to him, that are around him, that maybe it was a situation where they feel like he was being harmed, that he was being threatened, or he was being disrespected, and they acted hastily. They moved too fast. They acted off impulse. And now Durk has found himself in a situation where he's behind bars and facing some heavy charges. This is the thing, man. Although you have people around you, you love them, and you're trying to better their lives, and you want to take them out the hood with you, you want to see them grow and develop and live great lives. You have to understand too, right, that even when you got them around you, you got to let them know that they can't act so off the hinge and they have to cool a hot head demeanor. because it's only going to bring negative press and negative attention to you. And at that point, yeah, you got your boys around you that's willing to do whatever to protect you and whatever to ride for you. They ride for you, they support you tenfold. But you got to hire real security. You got to hire real security to protect you from all hurt, harm, and danger, and protect your boys from going to prison, and protect you from going to prison. Because at the end of the day, if one of Lil Durk homies or somebody that's around him and his crew do something, they gonna look at it and say, Lil Durk did it. Why? Because he is the face of OTF. He is the face of their music label. He is the face of their entity. He's the face of everything that they got going on. They want the big guy. They want the big artist. They want him because they feel like if they put him behind bars, everything stops for the other artists. The income stops, all of that stops, and everything is done for. And there are individuals that feel like, hey, you know what? It's some people that feel like, hey, you know, this young dude, man, used to be a little game banger. He getting all this money. Nah, man. Hey, put him up in here, man. Sit him down, man. Sit him down. We ain't having that. You know, some people don't like the fact that Durk came from a street life, and now that he's doing very, very well for himself. They're like, you know what? Your boys getting in trouble. They getting in trouble around you. We gonna teach you a lesson too. You need to learn. So we're gonna put you in here too. And it's very unfortunate because again, Durk has been staying out of trouble for so long. And yeah, he needs to hire. Hopefully he gets out of this situation because I don't think he was the one that did it. But I think if he gets out of this situation, he needs to hire real security around him. I think he needs to hire real security around him for instances where he feels like his life is in danger, his life is threatened. And that way he won't get in trouble, and people around him that he cares about, that he really, really cares about and really is trying to put in position for success, those people won't get in trouble. You know what I mean? You got real security, they can handle that. And it's no such thing, and people be like street artists, it's like this whole stigma for street artists to have security, like you're not tough enough, you ain't really street if you ain't got security. Well, listen, at this point, you're a recording artist. Yeah, you got a street background. People know your authenticity. They know who you are as a person and all of that. You have nothing to prove. All you got to do is prove to your kids and to your family that you care about their well-being and you are serious about your craft. That's it. You don't got nothing to prove to the streets or nothing. You can't live two lifestyles either. You can't reach for the stars while holding on to the grass at the same time. You got to let one go. And I think Durk should hire real security to handle all those issues. There's nothing wrong with having real security. That way you stay out of trouble, you stay out of drama. And again, he has nothing to prove. He's trying to better his life. He's trying to further his music career. At one point, man, I remember when he did an interview with Zach TV. And rest in peace to Zach TV, man. One of the most iconic cameramen that did all the interviews for Chicago artists all throughout the city, man. Was a great-spirited dude. I met him in Walmart in Country Club Hills. Took a picture with him and told him, man, I've been watching your interviews for a long time, man. He showed love, followed me on Twitter. Real cool dude, man. Great heart, man. Sad to see Zach go. But I remember when Durk did an interview with Zach TV, and Zach asked him, how far are you trying to go with this? And you hear some Chicago artists that's so heavily in the streets, they just say, man, I'm just trying to get rich, trying to get these M's, give me a bad chick, give me some bad chicks, give me a whip, and give me a house, I'm gone. That's it. Durk said, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to be as big as Jay-Z. I want to be that big. And he meant it. And of course, he doesn't have the same lyrical content as Jay-Z. Of course, again, he's not the same lyrically inclined artist. But he had the passion, the drive that will eventually get him there. I look at all the relationships that he's built with all these different artists. Durk really one of the only Chicago drill artists, well, not one of the only, Herbo is too. But out of the OTF 300 count, Durk was the one really willing to reach out to work with several different artists from all over the country, from Atlanta, from California, from New York, shoot, from everywhere, from Memphis, Tennessee. He was working with everybody, and everybody had respect for him. They fooled with him. They showed him love all the time. Even when he said he was turning himself in, so many different artists, top artists, had so much respect for him. And I think because they recognize that he's a young man that started his own company, had the business savvy mind like a Jay-Z to start his own company to help propel himself on his own brand to new heights, for real. And that's dope. You know, all that stuff that he had going on was dope. The music, he was always consistent, dropping new projects, dropping new visuals, and he was always improving his sound. I'm like, man, Durk be snapping. Like, he was always releasing something that was dope. Always releasing something that was, I felt like, it was improving in several different areas, man. And it's just sad that he's in the situation that he's in now. Again, I know he just had a little baby too. And I know people gonna say, well, he should know better. How do you know he didn't do it? I don't know. It's just something that just made me feel like he's not the one that did that. And he saying he hang around, he associate with thugs. And yeah, you gotta watch who you associate with, but you also gotta understand these are the individuals that Durk grew up with all his life. These are individuals that he knows, cares about him genuinely to the core. And I know y'all gonna say, if those people really care about him, they shouldn't do those things. And true enough, they shouldn't do things that could jeopardize their future and also jeopardize Durk's and whoever else's future. But they shouldn't do things that jeopardize their future, most importantly. So yeah, that is true. But again, these are people that Durk grew up with. He got a lot of love and genuine love for these people. But he just needs to hire real security and let them handle all those issues. He shouldn't have to carry nothing. They shouldn't have to carry nothing because people say, you know, they really got enemies. They were living a lifestyle in Chicago where things got real hectic for them. Had several individuals get killed from their enemies, and he had so many losses all around him. So some people say, well, you know, Durk and his people would have guns for protection. But I just feel like they should leave that in the hands of real security and let them handle that. He has nothing left to prove, but to prove himself as a musical artist and to show his growth and maturation. Not even just in music, but in the mindset. And growth in the mindset would involve hiring real security and you keeping your hands clean at all times and keeping the people that you love around you hands clean at all times and letting people that are hired to do that legally handle that. And that's it, y'all, man. That's how I feel about it. Peace.